Fast. Just.
No, they're taking all these pictures. So you know, like all that guy, like the like probably how would I go do it? They said like why you should not take it. Son, I'd like to know why you always turn the sound on right now. They are roasted too.
Otherwise, I'll forget. 30, 40 stands. Then I'm only like pick up sound. Well, the headset works good, but I forgot it at home. Well, because I brain supposed to be here, so I still have the Varsity at 1 day, so I'll still get. It's harder here. Street projects have been working on certain ones, like early these people are on there. I mean,
Let's go back right now, or he goes in on the 20th. For appointment. They're all done for the New Year Eve. Trying to get back. I can't believe what he does that. That's a big bullet there. Trying to, so. And as of right now, he's eating and stuff, so I mean, there's a little pain the other day, everyone's this one for it. Doctor does, so that's one thing that's being control, you're feeling everything. And so it's it's all we start wrestling earlier, but it's sometimes spring is just like all hey, Jimmy Gresham. Sorry for the box. Last time here. So, my wife, I just give down there. Actually, good for you. So good to see it. So what I know. I don't every day I've been out there. It's 20, 30 hours. I kind of just nervous because we're both young and people are our agents. Schools, anxious future residents from River Falls, Crookston, and Roseville. Just things like that. I mean, you never. So I don't purposely go like I waited to someone else out there, and then I checked for 2 of those days. I think other than them, like the rain, same issue, that's often the vision is better than answer last of so why would you first go out there? Yeah. That's just surface spring. I think they should go. It's all that's pretty warm after all. It's the same way. That's what I was getting at. I think last time was like April this year. Just right, just references. I don't know how we got on it. How I told him that one of these days I'm just gonna go spend the evening. Oh yeah, I'm just to the evening. But that's all. He knows. You know what I'm saying. Can you wait until I make sure that picked it around it and then right after and do that, but I need to all try to enjoy it. They've got a 2 days hard. It's like, you just say, oh, they do that to go with little little bit here and there. You have some topic. You want to close the friends and brother, you have all experience, that's in the basement. And so I want to see the answers. River Falls, Kristen Ruby.
All right, we got some JV middle school matches here to start. Varsity will get going at 7. First up here for the Prowlers is Tristan Ruby.
We're all already calling Rose will be in the box. Sparkler.
Oh.
I'm sorry, tonight I got back to work.
I'm happy with the 100 roads of French officer.
That,
Oh, the captures.
I have that. You got cash? No, I can.
All right, next up for the Prowlers, we got Lincoln Davis.
Or, oh, you understand? Yeah, this one. You can see what.
Now wrestling from Crookston, Mauricio Ariane, and from Vancouver Falls, Lincoln Davis.
Go Lincoln. Davis picks up the ball.
1 minute and 8 seconds from Vancouver Falls, Lincoln Davis.
All right, next up for the Prowlers, we got Brennan Johnson.
Now wrestling from Rolo, Matt Locklear, and from Vancouver Falls, Brennan Johnson.
You took concessions and ass on the reals.
What?
Well, I just told you they were. Well, we went there when we go there. They didn't have the freaking. You took the wrong price program. So bad it was. She's done this.
Where's pizza?
Right there.
Apple.
Where you go? And with the crunch you decide that. No, me. Go.
I just been in it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Go back. There you go. Whoa. Under your times. Come on, Ren. Oh. Where's
There you go. Yeah. We do it after.
I care for Japan. I don't know. To the map! Dance. Oh! Maybe!
You remember that, yeah?
So don't stop, just keep going. It's in tight now. Oh, wait.
Definitely.
There wasn't a motor. Like it's laws and so Future 2! Forever. He's been asking me.
Winning I have one with it. Coming from her falls, Brennan Johnson. Now from the Hamas of February control. Coming from her falls, Bridge here.
That's stuff a little older.
Bring follow the 1 minute 11 seconds. Proposal 3 nights long.
Oh, missed the name of the last one. That was Ridge Fisher Wrestling. And next up here for the Prowlers, we got Brian Berg.
Burger.
Just is, and so it was going to be pretty interesting. Jackson interesting. This is a couple years.
Please.
Yeah, now.
There you go.
In the following 40 seconds from People Falls, Wellenberg.
He just wanted to easily take his shirt off. I didn't know this girl.
All right, next for the Prowlers, we got Peyton Biggs.
Now we're from Crookston to Jeremy Knudsen. From Thief Falls, Egypt and Days.
I'll see.
Winner by all 32 seconds from Crookston to Jeremy Knudsen.
Take it down.
Trying to get too early. Like, well, they're not.
All right, now wrestling for the Prowlers, we got Elijah Hansen.
Winner by all 38 seconds from Thief Falls, Levinson.
But if they're well, All right, next up for the Prowlers, we got Eli Meg now.
I think it was off you.
Now wrestling from Roseville, that's Crookston. From Beaver Falls, Cleveland, Indiana.
We're gonna have a problem because you know what? We got space for everybody.
We'll have to sit there, I guess.
I'll see that coming.
Crookston.
It's the radio.
We'll have to sit in the middle, I guess.
Huh?
Yeah.
Normally I sit here.
I got a cord, but I have to have this camera so it can. Maybe I can still reach it from there. I have a.
Now the trick is to remember how to set up the gear up for all these things.
Yeah, I got a cord for the play-by-play. Should reach.
By a foul in 2 minutes, 3 seconds from Rosa, Thatcher Olson. Now wrestling from Crookston, Mauricio Ariaga. From Beaver Falls, Dawson Erickson.
was thinking about fishing. Especially out, you know, on the first part,
And from Thief River Falls, Josh Herrera.
You gotta be working right at your side. Okay. You got enough space? Yeah, I don't
Winner by a fall in 1 minute 57 seconds from Thief River Falls, Josh Herrera. Now wrestling for Crookston, Levi Kressel. For Thief River Falls, Thomas Eidsvoll.
Nick was laughing. I was like, I'm a at-home producer. Okay. It was nice being able to watch somebody on TV. I mean,
Well, you can't, but you just got to go sideways.
But I did find out that was 6 months school.
Yeah.
But it was nice. But yeah, I hate I hit the next.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Brick House for tonight's high school wrestling matchup between the Crookston Pirates and the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Tonight is Parents' Night for the Prowler Wrestling Program. At this time, we'd like to introduce our wrestlers and managers in grades 6 through 12 and their parents.
in this one between the Prowlers and the Crookston Pirates. Crookston has a solid squad and will test the Prowlers this evening in this one. Our pregame coach's comments and our comments from the coach brought to you by the folks at Lee Plumbing and Heating. Over the last 111 years, technology has changed, but the dedication of Lee Plumbing and Heating has not. For all of your plumbing and heating needs, contact Lee Plumbing and Heating of Thief River Falls. Time now to check in our area action schedule for tonight. Area action schedule brought to you by the folks at Northland Pioneer Athletics. We'll take a look at the schedule in a moment. And our area action schedule tonight in boys hockey, Thief River Falls playing host to Crookston at Huck Olson Memorial Civic Center. Lee Generix has the play-by-play call on that one right now. Red Lake Falls at Mayville, Portland, War Road at East Grand Forks, Park Rapids at Bagley, Foston, and Detroit Lakes at Northern Lakes. In girls hockey, Crookston at Detroit Lakes, East Grand Forks at Grand Forks, North Dakota, Rock Ridge at International Falls, and Moorhead at Bemidji. In girls basketball, Jameson St. Germain's and Red Lake Falls for Warren Everett Oslo. And the Red Lake Falls Eagles, that one on the Falls, 94-1. On North Country 99.3, Bob Holtgren has Badger Greenwich Middle River and the Northern Freeze tonight. Other action, Red Lake County Central at East Grand Forks, Sacred Heart is host to Ada Borup. On the boys basketball scene, Climax Fisher is at Warren Everett Oslo, Clearbrook Gondvik at Goodridge Grigla tonight. In action, in wrestling, Thief River Falls, of course, taking on Crookston, and the Minnesota Wild tonight are at home against Buffalo. That's your area action schedule. Get a great education and contact your athletic department. And continue your athletic career too. Contact the Northland Athletic Department and become a Pioneer. We're going to take a look at the lineups for tonight's matchup. We'll have those for you in just a moment. Get your vehicle ready to run year-round with a visit to Falls Towing. Get 3 service bays along with towing, jump starts, lockouts, and winch outs. You can keep you on the road all year long. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for tonight and do that in just a moment after this from the folks at Falls Towing. The lineups for tonight, Crookston has a 10th grader in Evan Trudeau at 106. They are open at 113. Gavin Haluchny will go an 8th grader at 120. Lucas Parala, an 8th grader at 126. They are open at 132. 8th grader Casey Whelan at 138. Either Carter Coette, the sophomore, or Braxton Volker, the junior, at 145. Ethan Bowman at 152. He's a junior. Spencer Ness, the sophomore, at 160. Leighton Fuentes, the junior, at 170. Hunter Knutson at 182. He's a junior. Ethan Bowl, a junior, at 195. Hunter Kressel, a junior, at 220. And the Pirates are open at heavyweight. For the Prowlers, we expect Maverick Iverson, a freshman, at 106. Either Landon Larson or Eli Magnell at 113. They are a 7th and 8th grader, respectively. Prowlers may be open at 120. Keegan Hermanson, an 8th grader, at 126. Owen Dvorak, a 7th grader, at 132. Cale Geiser, a junior, at 138. Ethan Lane or Brennan Johnson, but most probably Ethan Lane, the sophomore, at 145. Brady Kasprick, his first dual meet of the year, the junior and defending state champion, at 152. Griffin Lundeen, the sophomore, at 160. Cody Weenan slated to go at 170, the senior, but I understand he may be sick and unable to go tonight. Damon Ferguson or Riley Poissant at 182. Carter Engelbretson at 195. Jolson Sargent at 220. And Cullen Bruggeman or Jackson Ingram at the heavyweight. That's our starting lineups. Our starting lineups courtesy of the folks at Falls Towing. Keep their number on speed dial at 684-5100. You never know when you'll need Falls Towing. They do small engine repair too. Our keys to the match come your way courtesy of the folks at Northern State Bank. Northern State Bank at Thief River Falls, member FDIC. Oh, we'll check our keys to the game coming up in just a few moments here as we get ready for the national anthem here in the arena. We'll check in with Northern State Bank. And welcome back to the Brick House at Lincoln High School as we take a look at our keys to the match tonight. For the Crookston Pirates, it's going to be overcoming the open classes, the open weight classes that they're going to give up 3 points to the Prowlers. I think one of the keys for the Prowlers tonight is how Brady Kasprick will wrestle. He's not wrestled in a duel all year. He's been fighting some injuries, and the defending state champ trying to get up and rolling as the postseason looms very quickly around the corner for this Prowler team, and then some of the youngsters at the lower weight classes, and whether or not they can at least hold even with the Crookston youngsters and not dig too big a hole. Those are the keys to the game. You'll get a key to your match with great banking service with a hometown touch from the folks at Northern State Bank, sponsors of tonight's keys to the matchup. They're introducing the respective teams right now as we get ready for this one. And speaking of Larson's, hello, Mr. Larson.
Howdy, how you doing?
And good. You're getting the indoctrination into this tonight.
Yep.
And for the Prowlers, they've been wrestling pretty well as of late.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been wrestling really good. Just need to get some guys healthy here, and we got a pretty tough lineup, but
Yeah, be nice to have both Kasprick and Weenan on the mat in the same match, wouldn't it?
yeah, that would be.
I mean, those are two guys that were state tournament representatives a year ago. And, of course, Brady, a defending state champion. So always a factor when you get a state champ on the mat. Of course, one of the big guys to look at for the Crookston Pirates is in the upper end. That Bull kid's a horse.
Yeah, he was tough as nails.
Well, he's built like he's about 30.
Yeah,
he's put together just a bit as well.
he's a specimen.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our opening match in just 1 moment on Thief River Falls Sports Radio and 1460 Real Country. Brian Baki, our official tonight, as he makes his way to the mat for our opening matchup at 106 pounds. We expect Maverick Iverson for the Thief River Falls Prowlers and Evan Trudeau for the Crookston Pirates. We'll see who comes out for each team. It looks like the Pirates have to report first. And a Pirate coach with a question already. So already out of the chute, we have a disagreement as to who has to come to the mat first. And it's vital odds and evens, but in a duel, it's in a duel where both teams have some open weight classes, it's not quite as important.
Yeah.
Our first man today is an exhibition.
Oh, we're going to start with an exhibition match at heavyweight first. That's why. Jackson Ingram will come out for the Prowlers in an exhibition match.
The exhibition heavyweight tonight for the Pirates, Hunter Pressel.
And this is Hunter Kressel, who we thought was going to wrestle 220. Now he's going to wrestle an exhibition match against Jackson Ingram. Ingram with an underhook to start. Now reaching across for the headlock, trying to get control. Kressel slips. Ingram goes back underhook on the left-hand side. Now reaching for the body lock and a throw again. And they're off the edge of the mat right in front of the scorer's table, and Mr. Baki will bring him back to the middle again. Right away, Ingram reaching for the collar tie and then underhooks that left-hand side. Kressel trying to get a body lock set. Kressel and Ingram kind of pushing the middle of the mat. Did college wrestling about a week ago and had to remember that for there, they draw out of the hat for what weight class they're going to start at. In high school, you start at 106 and work your way up. A few years ago, the high schools were doing the draw for a weight class thing, but enough people really, truly didn't like it that went by the board in a hurry.
Yeah, I think North Dakota might still do some of that.
But the problem with that one is that it's real hard for a coach to set their lineup and make plans because you don't know till the last minute where you're going to begin.
Yeah. Oh.
Big throw by Ingram, and he's got Kressel on his back and a quick fall. Jackson Ingram with a big throw and a big win in exhibition for the Prowlers at heavyweight. Ingram with a big fall to get things started for the Prowlers in home matches. Pirates are going to be open at 106. And Maverick Iverson will get the 6 points for the Prowlers. On the forfeit, the Prowlers lead at 6-0.
All right, so they're moving up 10. They must be moving up their 106 pounder.
So Thief River Falls takes a quick 6-0 lead, and now the Prowlers will report at 113, where we expected either Landon Larson or Eli Magnell.
Looks like it's Magnell.
Eli Magnell for the Prowlers. And we're expecting Evan Trudeau here. Trudeau and Magnell here at 113. We're already our second weight class in. Trudeau working on wrist control on a 2-on-1 on the right side. Magnell with a deep shot looking for a single. Magnell trying to lift and step his way through. Trudeau trying to power in a cradle here and get the takedown himself and will. Takedown for Trudeau. Good counter wrestling there. Trudeau now trying to set that cradle in and get Magnell turned. Magnell got a nice deep shot on the single, but just couldn't maintain control, and now he's on his back and in trouble. Magnell trying to kick his way out of it. Trudeau trying to press the shoulders down. Lots of time and plenty of room on the mat before they get to the edge. Magnell trying to kick his way out, bridge off of that right elbow. Now trying to power the hands of Trudeau free, but nope, there's the fall. So a fall for Trudeau and just that quick. We are 6-6. We get ready to go to a 120-pound weight class. Coming up next. Got to sneak in. Gavin Haluchny for the Pirates. And for the Prowlers, Landon Larson. And they go off the edge of the mat before any control. A quick takedown. And a 2-0 lead for Haluchny. Haluchny, the 8th grader. Larson, the 7th grader. Haluchny will ride in over the left-hand side, reaches for a waist wrap on the right away, and trying to go chicken wing on that left-hand arm. Now steps across, trying to throw that power half in on the right-hand side. Resets again. Landon trying to circle his way out of it, but the shoulders and head pinned. Now Haluchny trying to go armbar and has him turned. Has back points and a fall. Quick fall for Haluchny. Back-to-back falls for the Pirates, who take a 12-6 lead. Back with more wrestling in a moment on 1460 Real Country. Well, a quick pinfall for Owen Dvorak at 132 after the Prowlers win by forfeit at 126. And all of a sudden, the Thief River Falls Prowlers are up 18-12. 18-12 Prowlers on the quick fall in 23 seconds by Dvorak. So we go to 138. This duel moving along very quickly.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't had a match yet get out of the first period, so we go 138.
The Prowlers, Hale Geyser.
Casey Weiland.
Yep.
And Cale Geyser. Cale, the state tournament participant the last couple of years, has been wrestling well, and he's got Weiland on his back just that quick. Another big throw for the Prowlers. Deep bridge here out of a reverse half, and a quick fall for Geyser. 22 seconds, even faster.
Winner, ball in 22 seconds. The Prowlers.
Ball in 22 seconds for Cale Geyser. And Thief River Falls takes a 24-12 lead. This will get us to 145, which, by the way, is the halfway point, folks. And we're already there. Ethan Lane for Thief River Falls. The sophomore.
25 pounds.
And we expect Carter Coette. It is. Coette and Lane. Lane in on the leg, but Coette makes his way off the side. While I'm thinking about it, youth wrestled down in Crookston this past weekend. Nice event for them, too.
Yeah, we had quite a few, like 20 kids there, I think, and kids wrestled good.
Well, it's one of the first duels of the year, one of the first meets of the year for the youth. So,
Yep. Yeah.
that's starting your own. What are the numbers like at the youth this year?
We got 90 kids, pre-K through sixth grade.
Ethan Lane in on the leg, but they're going to call a stalemate. Coette able to counter. Nobody has scored yet. Coette and Lane, a pair of sophomores. Lane in, reaching under. Prowler's excited to see how Lane looks here at 145. He's been wrestling up, and now has a chance to get down to more of a natural weight class for him. And like Coette, both of these guys are really long for the 145-pound class. Coette in on the head here, working on the left side collar tie. Lane reached in on a throw, but didn't get the headlock. Coette counters. They'll go off the edge in front of the Pirate bench, and we'll reset it again. Carter Coette, one of a long string of Coette to the wrestling family in Crookston. Little head shuck there, steps behind and gets two for the takedown. 2-point takedown, Coette. Ethan Lane back to his feet in a quick escape. It's 2-1. Lane trying to work on the underhook. Coet again goes in on the double. Trying to lift. They're near the edge and they're off the edge. Both men will be on their feet. Both back to their feet here at 145 pounds. Lane in on the head again. Collar tie right side. Coet shucks that away. Goes collar tie of his own. Reaches in on a single again. Lane trying to stuff the head here. Go heavy with the hips. Trying to power Coet's chin down to the mat, but Coet working a 2-on-1 on Lane's left leg. Lane sprawls back, trying to separate those hands. Coet digging in, reaching for the trip and the grapevine. Now Lane in on the legs. And we're going to get a stalemate here pretty quickly. At this, now Lane with a little advantage as Coet's hands separate. But for Ethan to work around behind him, they'll both be off the mat and he won't score, and they are off. Still 2-1 Coet, 14 seconds left here in the first period. Coach Geiser wanted a stalling warning, didn't get it. Still butt heads here. And now they have a question. Lane shoots, Coet sprawls back. And the first period will come to an end. After one, it's 2-1 Coet. Back in a moment on Thief River Falls Radio Sports. Coet starts the second period in the top position. A quick escape for Lane, and it's 2-2 now. So 2-2 our score. Ethan's hard to ride. He's pretty squirrely down there and gets to his feet in a hurry. Now see if he can score on top or with both men on their feet. Coet shoots single. Ethan trying to collar tie right-hand side. Lane now changes that collar tie to the left. Coet really working wrist control in a 2-on-1 on one of the arms. Now there's that head shuck again. Second time he's used it, and the second time it's worked for a takedown. Coet leads it 4-2. Second period, first time we've been there, kind of uncharted territory so far tonight. 24-12, Thief River Falls leading. As the Pirates have been open in a couple of weight classes. Ethan Lane back to his feet. No escape given yet. Coet dumps him back to the mat again. Pirates or Prowlers rather are up 24-12, but they've got that 12-point advantages on two Pirate forfeits. Lane back to his feet one more time. Coet trying to underhook the legs. Does, and they'll go off the edge and back to the center. 31 seconds actually left in period number 2. With a 4-2 lead for Carter Coet. Lane trying to circle into the hips of Coet. Now stands. Trying to separate the hands. Has the hands separated. Turns back in. Gets his third escape. Makes it 4-3. 17 seconds left. Lane working ahead. Coet looks at a single. Lane trying to go heavy on the hips again. They're near the edge. Coet get it before the period. Lane's got a whizzer in. And Coet's not going to get it before the period comes to an end.
Ooh.
Close, right at the end of the period. It's 4-3 in favor of Coet after 2 periods. As we get set for the third here, Lane will ride on top. Lane trying to ride on Coet here and see if he can't get him to turn. Lane loves to stick those legs in and make things happen from there. Coet to his feet. Lane trying to wrist control on the right-hand side. Now the left, and Coet turns back in and gets an escape of his own and retakes a 2-point lead at 5-3. Well, it's been 2-0, 2-2, 4-2, now 5-3. And a stalling warning given here on the Prowlers. Again, Coet working on the head. Watch for that head shuck. That's what he likes. Now he'll just spin behind and get two more. A third takedown for Coet. He's taking a 7-3 lead. He'll let Lane go and make it 7-4. Trying to get himself to a major decision here. Another takedown for two. And another escape. And our score is 9-5. And now another takedown, making it 11-5. And a 6-point margin now. Coet's going to release him, making it 11-6. Lane needs to defend against the takedown here, down by 5. Coet heavy on the head again. Reaches for the right side of Lane's toe, trying to spin him behind, and does for two more. 13-6. He needs to do it one more time. Started to release Lane and then saw an opportunity to go crossbow instead. Now will stand. And separates from Ethan. It is an escape for Lane. Still 31 seconds left. Lane trails at 13-7. Ethan badly needs a takedown, but Coet will get one more. 13-7, 13-8 on another escape. Or 15-8, excuse me. And two more. Coet didn't show a whole lot of this offense early on, but here in the third period, he's just come after it.
Really wearing on him with the heavy hands.
15-8 now. And now we have a stoppage and a call to the scorer's table.
I think score is wrong.
I think I've got 17.
Yep.
I think I've got 17-9. There we go. Scoring there was pretty hot and heavy. It is 17-9 Coet. Lane trying to step behind again. Coet looking for a snap. Reaches in on a leg. Lane trying to spin over the top. Just about had him. But Coet traps that ankle one more time. Coet digging in on the hips. Still no takedown. 7 seconds. Now he's got it. 2 points takedown. Makes it 19-9, a 10-point margin. And a major decision, a pickup of 4 for the Crookston Pirates.
Winner by a 19-9 major decision. The Pirates.
24-16 in favor of the Prowlers now as we get ready for 152 pounds. And here comes the state champ. Brady Kasprick, his first dual meet appearance of the year. Although he has wrestled in some of the individual tournaments. And down to one knee, quickly popping back up and underhooks the right side. Now underhooks both and has that body lock in. Kasprick likes to throw. Kasprick gets 2. And Ethan Bowman for the Pirates. And now the escape by Bowman. Brady underhooks again, trying to power his way through one more time. Bowman scrambles out of it. Brady, body lock in here, wants to throw, spins him around a couple of times. Brady has the body lock. Bowman, the double underhook. Bowman looking for the trip. Gets it. Can he step over the top? Brady's going to counter here and steps over the top himself. Bowman still with that whizzer in. Brady trying to free his right arm, has an ankle. Reaching for the trip. They scramble, and Kasprick gets the 2. Good counter wrestling by both guys. 4-1 Kasprick here. Bowman on the bottom here, 50 seconds left in the first. Kasprick will release to make it 4-2. Kasprick going heavy head. Bowman trying to drive back into him. has the ankles here, but they're going to go off the edge before anybody gets a takedown. Both men back on their feet. Well, I'll give Ethan Bowman some credit, showing no fear against the defending state champ. A lot of kids will walk out there and go, I'm in trouble before it ever starts.
Yep. Hey, he's coming at him.
Kasprick trying to underhook that left side. Bowman a little bit longer than Brady, and that can be a factor. Kasprick underhook on the left. Bowman wrist control on Brady's left hand. Brady trying to step in and power trip here. Down to 16 seconds. Bowman tries to reverse, drives in on Kasprick. Kasprick sprawls, and they'll scramble back to their feet again. Bowman now trying for the body lock. Brady gets the headlock in, gets Bowman down and on his back. Multiple points here for Brady Kasprick before the period comes to an end. 2-point takedown, 2-point near fall. Kasprick with a big lead going to the second in a moment. Kasprick will start the second period in the riding position. Has a waist wrap in from the left side, trying for a hard cross face from the right. Now trying to stand, scoops the hips, and turns Bowman down to the mat and to his back. Will get a quick count, but not enough back exposure to earn any near fall points. Now Brady trying to hard arm bar that left arm. Good job by Bowman to work his way out of it and turn to face Kasprick. Kasprick still has control. Now Bowman gets the escape, 8-3. Kasprick looking for the quick duck under, instead steps around and gets 2 takedown, and now Bowman another escape. 10-4 the score in favor of Kasprick. And Brady's powerful enough to throw you on his back and throw you on your back and pin you, but he'll play this takedown and release game every once in a while. Now looking for the throw again. Bowman trying to step into it, trying to power his way out of it, and they'll get off the edge before anybody can scramble to a takedown. Both guys had a chance for it, but they got off the edge. Bowman and Kasprick on their feet, 52 seconds left in period 2. Bowman trying for wrist control on Brady's right arm. Brady looking for the same. Kasprick now has the underhook on the left-hand side. Kasprick underhooks here. And there's a mistake in the program. They have Brady Kasprick listed as a junior. I'm sure Coach Geiser would love to have him back for one more year. Kasprick with another 2-point takedown. And a 12-4 lead. Kasprick, Cody Weenan, Jolson Sargent, and Cullen Briggerman are the seniors on this year's group. And they'll ride off the edge of the mat. Back to the center again with Kasprick up 12-4, 13 seconds left here in period number 2. Bowman trying to circle his way out of it. Kasprick rolls right through with him. Kasprick in on the hip, 6 seconds left. Trying to work on a right toe to go with it. Now steps back behind again. 2 seconds, 1. That's the period. Kasprick leads 12-4 after 2. Back with the third in a moment. Well, Bowman opts to start on their feet. Kasprick takes him down and now has him in a cradle, and Bowman's back is exposed. And 3 more near fall. 17-4 your score on that 5-point move. Now Kasprick will release, make it 17-5. Now 2 more takedown makes it 19-5, now 19-6.
It's one more takedown for the Tech.
Kasprick spins around behind, sets, reaches for an inside leg on the left side. Needs to step over the top and get his head out, and this match is over on what's known as a technical fall. There it is. Takedown for 2 and a 21-6 margin of 15. That's a technical fall. The Prowlers pick up 5 and lead it 29-16 as we go to 160 pounds coming up. Spencer Ness for the Pirates, Griffin Lundeen for the Prowlers. Lundeen with a takedown and a quick release on Ness, and it's 2-1. Ness, the sophomore, so is Lundeen, but the difference in quality, Lundeen has been a horse for a while. Another quick takedown, another release. And just that quick, it's 4-2. Lundeen looking for the arm drag, and then reaching for a single off of that. Ness counters. Now Lundeen in on that single. Drives backwards and drives Ness to the mat. Rather than give up multiple points, Ness will give up the takedown, and Lundeen will release him again. It's 6-3. Ness trying to sprawl in on a single. Lundeen stuffs the head. Reaching for the underhook. Now he'll look to throw the head by and step behind. They'll get back their feet as Ness counters. Lundeen underhooking on the left-hand side, reaching for a single. Ness steps away from that. They're near the edge of the mat in front of the Pirate bench. Lundeen will drive him off. And a stalling warning call here. And they'll reset it. 6-3 in favor of Lundeen, who shoots in on another double. Converts it to a single and gets another takedown. An 8-3 lead. Now the margin in favor of Griffin Lundeen. Lundeen trying to work a pinning combination here. Ness gets his arm free. Lundeen with a waist wrap in from the right-hand side, trying to step over that left leg and put the grapevine in. Lundeen now working hard cross-face on the left-hand side to go with it. 2-on-1 on that right arm. Lundeen trying to power his way into a cradle here. 5 seconds left. I don't think there will be time. End of your first period. Griffin Lundeen going to lead it 8-3. Second period coming up at 160 in just 1 moment. Well, Ness started the second period on top and has since given up 3 points. Lundeen with an escape and now a takedown. Trying to put in a cradle, but Ness doing a good job of countering that. Lundeen leads at 11-3, a margin of 8. Lundeen deep chicken wing on that left-hand side now, trying to convert that and power his arms across. Reaching for an armbar on the right to go with it. Walks up the head and gets Ness turned. Ness's back is exposed. But Mr. Baki taking a look. There's the fall. Griffin Lundeen with a pinfall win. Prowlers pick up 6 more and make it 35-16. 170-pound weight class is up next. Riley Poisson for the Prowlers, Leighton Fuentes. for the Pirates. And Fuentes, a historian himself, you were telling me he's cut a whole bunch of weight in the last couple of years.
No, I want to say it's 195 or 220.
But Poissant with a quick takedown. Riley got some varsity time on the mats last year, and I think that'll bode well for him as the season goes along. Because no longer do you have those early jitters of I'm wrestling varsity. Because he's already been through that.
Yep.
Poissant trying to shove a half in from the left-hand side, working wrist control on the right to go with it. Wants to walk Fuentes over. Poissant working his way out the side, hard cross face from the left. Wrist going, now he'll throw the half in from the right. Now sits in the legs and puts a figure 4 over the right hip, trying to go to a power half to go with it. Breaks Fuentes down. Now Fuentes looks to sit out. Poissant spins him back onto the mat with 40 seconds left. Fuentes gets one leg posted. Poissant trying to get a cradle set. Poissant has a far side cradle for a moment, but Fuentes does a good job of powering out of it. Poissant still working that right arm again. Fuentes giving him that left leg, but Riley unable to collapse it to his head for the cradle. He keeps looking at it. Now hard cross face from the right-hand side. Reaching for that left leg, trying to collapse that cradle again. Down to 10 seconds left in the period. A stalling warning. And now Poissant trying to step over. Fuentes looks for a fit out, and that'll end the period. 2-0 Riley Poissant after the first. Second period coming up here at 170. Believe it or not, folks, only 4 weight classes left after this, and we're all done for tonight on this Parents' Night. And there's a question as whether or not the Pirates will fill out at the top of their lineup, because Kressel already wrestled in an exhibition match at heavyweight. Fuentes scrambles to his feet. Poissant takes him down to the mat as Poissant riding to start period 2. Riley's got to do something to improve his position. He's already been warned for riding over the hips. Now Fuentes stands in, tries for a hard crossface. Poissant counters, has a reverse in, and has Fuentes on his back. Poissant trying to squeeze it down. Fuentes does a good job of spinning. Poissant now catches that left shoulder, trying to put a power half in. Needs to step over that right shoulder. Now looking for a lateral body lock. Steps over the top, has the left shoulder down, trying to power that right shoulder to the mat. Poissant squeezing right in front of the Prowler bench and gets the fall. A big second period fall for Riley Poissant. Another 6 for the Prowlers, who now lead at 41-16 as we go to 182 pounds coming up next. Damon Ferguson for the Prowlers at 180, or 182, that is. Hunter Knutson for the Pirates, and Ferguson with a quick takedown. Now Knutson works an escape, and it's 2-1. Knutson shoots in. Ferguson counters, now shoots on a single on the left side himself. Stands, lifts that leg. And breaks Knutson down to the mat for another takedown. Ferguson, a state tournament qualifier 2 years ago, then last year got hurt. And that's why he wears that heavy knee sleeve on his right knee, as he wrecked his knee during football a year ago.
Yep.
And missed the whole winter season. Trying to collapse in a cradle here. Prowlers picked up a couple of nice athletes out of that Red Lake County Central matchup after Red Lake County Central just simply didn't have enough athletes to field the team.
Yep.
Ferguson trying to sink in the legs on the left-hand side, riding over that left hip, has a grapevine on the left ankle. Waist wrap in from the right side. Ferguson leading it by a 4-1 margin here, 13 seconds left in the first. On the far side of the mat, Ferguson now hard crossface. But they're near the edge of the mat. And in order to improve himself, they're both going to end up off. Your first period will come to an end. Damon Ferguson with a 4-1 lead after one. Back with a second period in a moment. Ferguson starts the second period on the bottom, works his way free, steps over the top and reverses, and now has a 6-1 lead. Working wrist control on that left arm again of Knudsen. Ankle lace on the right-hand side. Little wrist control here. Now has a cradle in. Ferguson rolls him all the way through and earning back point. Knudsen trying to kick his way out of it. Deep cradle. And Ferguson squeezes it down for a fall.
Leading by a call, 2 minutes 54 seconds. The Prowler leading Ferguson.
47-16, our score. Back at 195 in a moment. Ethan Bowl and Carter Ingebretson, and Ethan Bowl with a quick takedown. This kid, state tournament qualifier last year. As a sophomore, and he's a dandy. Little blood time already on Ingebretson. He'll walk over to the side. Here in this one tonight. Quick in-game scoreboard update after one period of play at Huck Olson Memorial Civic Center. Thief River Falls leading Crookston 3-1 in hockey action tonight. Our in-game scoreboard updates come your way courtesy of the Pizza Hut in Thief River Falls. The Pizza Hut now serving indoors again in that newly remodeled dining room. The Pizza Hut in Thief River Falls. Wings, pasta, great pizza, and more. Whether you eat in, carry out, or delivery, it's the Pizza Hut. Oh, and don't forget, I think they still have Cinnabons, too, if you want a sweet treat. And if you've not had their Wing Street menu, you're missing it. It's a dandy. Ingebretson will make his way back out. In the down position, Bowl, who looks like his arms weigh 190 pounds. Will ride, goes quick arm bar on the right-hand side. Had to power that into a chicken wing. Ingebretson frees his wrist. Bowl picks up an ankle and drives him back to the mat. Quite frankly, I think for Carter, and no disrespect to Carter, he's had a pretty good year so far. But wrestling against Bowl, if he can go the full 3 periods, I think it's a victory.
For sure.
Because the Bowl kid's a dandy.
Yeah, he's ranked 2 in Class A. 185 pounds.
Hard cross face here. Ingebretson counters that. It's still 2-0. We've wrestled over a minute of the second period. Ingebretson sits his way through and gets back to his base. Ingebretson now stands. Bowl hangs onto an ankle and drives him forward and back down to the mat once again. And now off the edge, right in front of the stands on the far side. 2 matches scheduled yet. I have a feeling we're only going to have one or maybe none.
Well, they got someone warming up there, so I think high school relaxed the rules a little bit on JV guys wrestling on
At
varsity.
the varsity level as well. On their feet. An escape here. And a quick takedown by Bowl again. And has Ingebretson on his back. Ingebretson works his way out of it. 3 points near full. And they're off the edge, but Bull now leading it 7-1.
Move now, move.
Ingebretson back to the center. Bull in control. Ingebretson stands, and they'll scramble near the Prowler mat, but no change as Ingebretson will go back to the bottom here with 14 seconds left in the period.
Done.
Ingebretson to his feet. Bull stands, grabs an ankle, and drives him back to the mat again. That'll end the first period. Ethan Bull up 7-1 after one. Second period coming up on 1460 Real Country. Ingebretson starts on top to start the second period, and Bull quickly with a reversal now leads it 9-1. They're on the far side of the mat again and near the edge. And now off. And we'll go back to the middle again. And more blood time here for Ingebretson as the plug popped out of his nose. We'll have to reset that. I just thought they used to just super glue those things in there. Of course, I suppose getting them out later would be a problem.
I see they're still using the school paper towels that soak up nothing.
Well, depending upon your team, if you have a lot of guys who get bloody noses, you can spend a whole lot of money on cotton balls.
True.
Good job for Mr. Rizloff. Get him out there with the disinfectant. Bull will let Ingebretson go to make it a 9-2 lead. He comes storming in again off the whistle, reaches for a right leg. Lifts and turns, and good job by Carter to avoid giving up multiple points on the takedown. Well, we're about halfway through this matchup at 195. And save one little near fall on the edge of the mat in the first period. Carter's done a good job of staying off his back. And as I say that, Bull lifts a leg and turns him again. Right in front of the Prowler bench. Bull trying to step over that left shoulder and power it down. Ingebretson rolling on that left shoulder and spins off the right and gives up 3 near fall. 14-2 your score. Bull again, right in front of the Prowler bench. Trying to reach over the top here. Another in-game scoreboard update at halftime. Warren Everett also leading Red Lake Falls 27-18 in girls basketball. More back points again is Bull again. With a deep reverse in. Trying to control the left arm. Now stepped out from underneath. But Ingebretson doing a good job again. And 3 more near fall. And that's enough. It's 17-2. Technical fall. 5 points for the Pirates. 47-21 Prowlers as we go to 220 next. And what might be our last match of the night. Well, Hunter Kressel against the Goodridge Gorilla has Jolson Sargent on the mat, and Jolson quickly with a headlock and a takedown. Sargent. Kressel gets to his feet. Sargent picks an ankle and throws in a standing half, turns Kressel to the mat. Trying to throw him over the top again, steps underneath. Jolson's slight of build as far as height goes. We give him a hard time about that all the time, but he's very powerful.
Yeah, he's got his own style. Tough to coach.
Freewheeling on top of that.
Yep.
But you know the other thing? He's going to go all out.
Yep.
There's only one speed that's straight ahead. Sargent working on waist wrap right side, now trying to power in a cradle right away on Kressel. Kressel stands. Jolson traps the hips and pulls him back to the mat. Reaching waist right on the right hand, or left hand side rather. Kressel trying for an inside roll. Now stands, turns back in on Sargent and gets one for the escape. And it's 2-1. 2-1 your score. In favor of Jolson Sargent, under a minute to wrestle here in period number 1. Prowlers with a big win in this duel again here tonight. They work near the edge in front of the Prowler bench and will go off. Men on their feet again. We've been told the Pirates are going to be open at heavyweight. And the Prowlers will run out Colin Brueggemann, the senior. Kressel trying to step in and trip. Underhook in one more time from Sargent. Now Sargent working for that body lock. He loves to throw. 14 seconds left. Kressel trying to complete the throw himself, but they're off the edge. Trying to just drop down on a little version of a lateral drop. But too close to the edge to really score on it. Underhook here. And the first period comes to an end. Jolson Sargent with a 2-1 lead after 1 at 2:20. Back in a moment. Well, that was interesting. Jolson Sargent almost circled his way out of it and almost got himself pinned at the same time. Now turns in on Kressel and faces him. Has an underhook in on the left-hand side, trying to power Kressel to his back. And does not get the reversal. Now they'll stand. He throws in a headlock, gets the reversal, and has Kressel on his back. And pins him. And just that quick is how it can happen for Jolson Sargent, who in the last couple of years has been nicknamed the Goodridge Gorilla. I'm not sure why Mr. Bakke grabbed him, but he did.
He said something to him on the mat.
Oh, Jolson said something to Kressel?
Yeah. Must have been some words there in the match out there, but he wasn't happy, so.
48-21 the final. And Mr. Bakke having a few words with Coach Geiser as well. Colin Brueggemann will go out for the Prowlers at heavyweight. The Pirates are open. Prowlers will pick up 6 more. So your final tonight, 45-21 in favor of Thief River Falls. And we'll come back with more of our post-match coverage as the Prowlers win another duel in just a moment. By the way, our coverage tonight brought to you by the folks at Hanson Sales, Greg Hanson Trucking in Carlstead. Greg Hanson Trucking is always looking for some over-the-road drivers, great pay, and home when you want to be. Hanson Sales, your certified Cummins diesel repair shop with a full section of parts in stock, from engine overhauls to tire replacement and everything in between. It's Hanson Sales. And don't forget our friends at Jay Swanson, who normally bring you the intermission report. Of course, there is no intermission report in wrestling. Jay Swanson and Swanson Insurance, 4 locations to serve you in Northwest Minnesota. Back in a moment.